VirtualBox, you have to enable virtualization, so you need to go into the BIOS and enable it first. So for me, I think it's delete. I have to press delete when the boot screen comes up to go into my BIOS. So here, there's virtualization support on this motherboard. And as you can see, it is already enabled. So every motherboard's BIOS is different. But for me, virtualization is here. I go here and I just enable it, and that's all you do, and save your settings and exit. That's it. So start Oracle VMware, go to new, select a drive where you want to put your hard drive image. For me, I'm going to go to E drive and make a folder. I'm going to call it Virtual Machines, and this is where my hard drive image for Windows Pro is going to be stored. And I want to name it Windows 7 Pro, and it's going to be saved to E drive Virtual Machines Windows 7 Pro. And this is a 64-bit version of Windows, and memory size 2 gigabytes. Should be enough. I'm gonna create a virtual hard disk now. Just click on create. It's gonna be a VHD virtual hard disk, and it's going to be a fixed size. It's recommended as 32 gigabytes of storage space. I'm just going to fiddle around with this. Windows 7 requires at least 10 gigabytes, I think. 4 to 10 gigabytes. The Windows 7 installation disk is at least 4 gigabytes. It's on a DVD. I think I'm gonna put 30 gigabytes. Okay, 30. 25. I guess that'd be okay. Gonna take a few minutes to create your virtual disk. It's almost done. Okay, it's created. 25 gigabytes for storage for Windows Pro. So the next thing I want to do is I want to enable the optical drive, because I'm using a physical Windows 7 DVD. I'm not using an ISO for this, I'm just using a regular DVD. Okay, so I'm gonna select the host drive. I think it's G drive. I'm gonna check just to make sure that my disk is in G drive. So my DVD is in G drive. Okay. So I'm gonna select G, and it will be booting from that drive. And the next thing I want to do is create a share folder. I'm going to add one here. Select the path for it. D drive. So XP share will be my share folder. D drive XP share. Okay. So now I'm going to go to settings and try to set the graphics adapter. I'm going to set it to 64 megabytes for video. Everything else looks good. Okay. Now I'm going to start it and install Windows 7 on my virtual machine. Whoops, I made a mistake. I'm going to exit out of this. Press F12 to boot into, to select the boot disk. So I selected C, the CD-ROM, or optical disk. Now my Windows boot disk is loading up. It's a little bit slower if you use an optical disk to install operating system. It's much faster if you use a USB flash drive to install a operating system like Windows 7 Professional or Windows 10 or Windows 8 or Linux or whatever. It's definitely faster using a flash drive. Okay, now it's starting up. Okay, the screen looks like this because it's running at a very low resolution, and I will resolve that issue after I install Windows 7 onto my virtual machine. So I'm going to install Windows 7 Professional on this virtual machine. Okay, I'm going to accept. Next. So it's going to be custom advanced. So there's unallocated space of 25 gigabytes. Drive options. We're going to do new. We're going to create a partition. Apply. Okay. And I'm going to install Windows on that partition. Now we're installing Windows 7 Professional on this virtual machine. It's going to take a little bit of time. I think it takes about maybe anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes to install Windows. So I'm going to fast forward a little. Okay, now I fast forwarded to 91%. Getting close to finishing it. Windows 7 doesn't require a lot of resources to use. All you really need is you could basically run Windows 7 on a Pentium 4 LGA 775 based computer with at least 2 gigabytes of RAM. That should be enough to run Windows 7. So now it's going to restart. It's going to restart a couple of times. Okay, don't press anything. You're not going to boot into the optical drive. You're going to boot into Windows 7. So it's going to be finalizing the settings here. Okay. As for getting out of this window, full screen window, all you have to press is Ctrl and F together. The control on the right side. Right Control and F to exit full screen mode. So you could go into full screen mode by pressing Ctrl F and get out of full screen mode by pressing Ctrl F. Right Control F, sorry. As for Windows 7, I used it from 2009 to December, I think, 12th or 11th. So again, don't press the DVD, don't press anything here so you don't get into the DVD. So I use Windows 7 from 2009 to December 2019. So I used it for almost 10 years. And I really enjoyed using it. It was a pretty simple operating system. It didn't require a lot to run. And I'm gonna miss it. Okay, now Windows 7 is getting ready. I think I'm almost done. So you just make up a name here. I'm gonna call it ACE 1000KS 1975. Whoops. Guess that's too big, so I'll just put ACE 1000KS for the computer name. So I'm not gonna put any password here, so next. I'm gonna be entering my key here, and I'm not gonna activate it because it was already activated on this current computer, which was upgraded to Windows 10. So, okay. Just entering the product key number. Alphanumeric, sorry, not number. Taking a little bit of time. Guess it's trying to verify the key. Okay, so ask me later. Next, so I'm just gonna put home network. You could put work network if you like. You can put whatever you want. I'm just putting home right here because I'm using this at home. It's almost done. We just have a couple more minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go into Control Panel and change the resolution to a higher resolution so we can fill up more of the screen. Forgot where it is. I think it's in Appearances and Personalization. It's Display. And it's okay. I'm gonna put 1280 by 1024. Apply. Keep resolution. Keep changes. See, now it's bigger. Okay. Got this much done. Now I want to share the folder that I created, XP share. XP underscore share. That's a shared folder. It's not showing up here. Guess there's something else I have to do. It's not there. It should show up right there, but the share folder isn't showing yet. So I'll have to install a couple of things for it to show. Okay, in order to get XP share folder to show, we go to Devices, Insert Guest Editions. We have to install that. So I'm going to go to Devices again and click on that again. Hopefully it installs. Okay, it's installing now. So run this VBox Windows software. Yes. So you can trust it. I'm going to install it to that directory. It doesn't work. Forget Direct3D. Okay, install. Always trust software, yes. Well, this software you can trust, because it's built into the VirtualBox program. Install again. I want to manually reboot later and then finish. I'm gonna shut down the computer. Start it again. And see if I get to see if share folders work. Gonna start again. Windows 7 Pro, virtual machines. Switch to full screen. This time I should be able to get full screen. After I installed that patch. Okay, see, now I got full screen. And let's see if my share folder is there. It's right there. It's XP share. So it's // VBox SVR / XP share. XP_share. So now the share folder is working. Okay, I think that's it. That's pretty much it for this tutorial. Okay, thanks for watching.